everyone, welcome to Fluency Goals. I am Mandeep, and today in this lesson we are going to learn about 15 such advanced English words that are used every day in our conversations. So, if you know the meanings, the usage of these 15 words, consider yourself an advanced English learner. Now, these are not just any advanced words that I have picked from the dictionary. These are specially curated on the fact that we use these words in our everyday conversations, in our day to day conversations. Now, I am not simply just going to give the meanings of these words and tell you to mug them up, but I would provide you easy examples so that you can learn the meaning of these words in context. So let's take a look at the words and begin our learning, shall we? So the first one here is contemplate. Contemplate. Contemplate means to think over something very deeply. So instead of simply saying, I am thinking over this, I am thinking over this issue, you could say, I am contemplating over this issue. He spent hours contemplating his future in the company. So here you're trying to say that he spent hours thinking about his future in the company. Instead of using the word thinking about, you are using the word contemplate. Before making any decisions, contemplate all the options. So think about all the options before making any decision. Number 2 is perplexed. Perplexed. Perplexed is a synonym of confused. So perplexed means to be confused, to be puzzled. When you don't know what you want to do and you are in a confusion, you can say that I am perplexed. I am perplexed by the complicated instructions. She looked perplexed when she saw the surprise. The strange message by her teacher left her perplexed. So, if something makes you confused, if something is confusing enough for you, you can say, I am perplexed by this thing. Moving on to number 3, meticulous. Meticulous. So some people, when they do anything, any task, they are very detailed and very precise about the things that they do. They go deep into details of doing those things. Those people can be called as meticulous. It can be used as an adjective. So meticulous is an adjective that can be used to describe those people who are very detailed in their planning and they go deep into details and do the things very precisely. So you can say she checked the report with meticulous attention to the detail. So meticulous attention here means very careful and detailed attention and precise attention. So note down the collocations: meticulous person, meticulous attention, meticulous about. If you want to convey that somebody is very careful about something, you could say he is meticulous about keeping all the records in order. So you are here conveying that he is very careful and very precise in keeping all the records in order. Anticipate. Anticipate. So when you expect something and predict that something is going to happen, this is going to happen, you are anticipating that. So it can be used when you are looking forward to something with excitement either, or it is you are looking forward to something with apprehension. You have some fears about something. Let's use it in context first to understand it better. I anticipate a positive outcome from the meeting. So you expect something better to come out of meeting. That is your expectation, right? Before the interview, he tried to anticipate all the possible questions that could be asked to him. So he is trying here to predict the questions that can be asked in the interview. The next we have here is enigmatic. Enigmatic. You must have heard this word many times in conversations. So this is specially used to describe something that is very mysterious. So it can be an enigmatic person, so somebody who is very mysterious and you just can't understand the person and you're always guessing what's on the mind of that person. So you can describe the person as enigmatic person, especially the kind of personalities that are very puzzling and they are very difficult to interpret. Some people are very easy to predict, right? What is in their mind and what kind of people they are. But then there are some that you just can't interpret their personality. So you can use the adjective enigmatic to describe those people. It can also be used to describe other traits. Let's say enigmatic smile of Mona Lisa. So that smile is a mystery to the world. So enigmatic smile of Mona Lisa. The enigmatic comments left everyone perplexed. So the mysterious comments by the user, they left everyone confused. The next one, again, I very commonly use it in my conversations every day. That is futile. Futile. Now, when you want to convey that some task or something is of no use, it doesn't bring any good, you can say that it is futile. So the collocations can be a futile effort, a futile task, or it can be simply used as futile. Let's learn it in context. She realized her efforts to change his mind were futile. So consider it as a replacement of useless. Her efforts to change his mind were useless, were futile. You are making a futile attempt to convince the boss he is never going to agree for increment. So it is a useless effort to convince the boss. So this attempt of convincing boss is useless. So the next word is unabashed. Again, one of my favorite words to use. So unabashed means shamelessly, without any shame. So without any embarrassment or any shame. I like to promote my videos unabashed. Why should I feel any embarrassment to promote my videos, right? He danced in the party with unabashed enthusiasm. So there was no sense of embarrassment in him to dance with great enthusiasm. Despite the criticism, he remained unabashed. So he felt no shame, even though there was a lot of criticism. Moving on to the next one, ephemeral. Ephemeral. Now, something that is lasting for a very short time. So, you can describe it to say something that is temporary or very short lived. The fame of viral influencers these days is ephemeral, right? It is just short lived. The virality with which they rise to fame, it vanishes that quickly. The beauty of sunset was ephemeral, so it lasts for only a few minutes. The next word is connive. Connive. So when you conspire, when somebody conspires to do something immoral or illegal, and they have conspired to do that thing, or they are allowing that thing to happen, they are conniving to do such thing. Consider conniving similar to plotting or making schemes, scheming for doing immoral acts or activities. They connived to steal the treasure of the king. The students connived to skip the class. She was accused of conniving with the enemy. Number 10 is diligent. Diligent. So, when you put in a lot of hard work and attention to a task, and you show so much care and attention to detail in performing your task or your duty, then you are being diligent. She is a diligent student. So, a diligent student is somebody who does all the classwork, homework, whatever task is given to him or her with a lot of attention, sincerity, and paying attention to detail. The next is coerce. 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 Coerce means to persuade someone, to force someone, or to push someone by using some force or threats is called coercion. Using coercion. So coerce is an act, it's a verb. Coercion is a noun. So you use force to make the other person do something. You use coercion to make the other person do that task. So you force the other person to do the task, you coerce the person to do the task. So the police forced her to make a confession. The police coerced her to make a confession. The family coerced him to sign the will. I doubt coercion was used to make him sign this will. I doubt force was used to make him sign this will. So you understand the difference in the usage of noun coercion and verb coerce. Okay, moving on to the next one. Inevitable. Inevitable. So something that is unavoidable and it is bound to happen and you cannot avoid it can be described as inevitable. The death is inevitable. It cannot be avoided. We all have to face death one day, right? Change is inevitable in life. Our lives cannot go on stagnant. So change is inevitable in life. You cannot avoid change. The next word, again, the most commonly used advanced word is chaos. Chaos. Make sure you pronounce it correctly. Chaos. Chaos. So when everything is out of order and there is complete confusion and disorder, then there is chaos. The sudden storm caused chaos in the city. There was all confusion and disorder in the city due to sudden storm. After the accident, there was chaos on the highway. Due to poor planning, there was chaos during dispersal in the school. Moving on to the next one, blemish. Blemish. So, blemish can be used to describe physical appearance, some mark that spoils the appearance of something. It blemishes on the face. You can use it that way, like blemishes on the artwork, or it can be used to refer to some defect or shortcoming in a person's character. So the judges are required to have a blemish free record. So if the judges have blemish in their record, then it can affect their promotions. The car had few minor blemishes. So that means there were some spots on the car which spoiled the appearance of it. This scandal has put a blemish on his character. Moving on to the next one, gratuitous. Gratuitous. Don't connect this word to gratitude. Gratitude means to be thankful for something, whereas this word gratuitous means something that is excessive or unasked for, like gratuitous violence in movies. So something that is, if it goes beyond the tolerance, so if it is used excessively, you can say that the gratuitous violence in the movie put me off. You can also use this word to describe something that is done free of charge, like the service provided by Sikh humanitarians during COVID was gratuitous. So gratuitous, use it to talk about something that is done freely or to talk about something that is excessive or unwarranted, unasked for. So I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. Do let me know how many of these words, the meanings and the usage you were familiar of, and how would you rate your score. If you like this video, give a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet, and share this video with your friends. See you next week with another lesson. Thank you so much.